What's happening?
I don't know. Hi, welcome to Ed's Eats. I'm Ed McFarland, the chef owner of Ed's Lobster Bar. I'm really excited to be back in front of the camera again today. It's been a while since I've recorded any super simple, easy dishes for you, but I'm back and I'm gonna show you how to make baked flounder today. It's a dish I serve in the restaurant. I serve it exactly the same way. And as always, it's all about keeping it simple. So I'm gonna show you how to make your seasoned breadcrumbs. We have all the ingredients laid out in front of us right here. Salt and pepper, Italian parsley. It has to be Italian parsley for the flavor, and no secret to anyone, Italian parsley is my favorite ingredient. I've got grana padano, chopped garlic, mayonnaise. Yes, mayonnaise. You want to put mayonnaise in your seasoned breadcrumbs, not because you're going to taste it, not because I know you don't like mayonnaise, but because it keeps your breadcrumbs moist. And then you can't make seasoned breadcrumbs without dry breadcrumb. So that's the most important ingredient. We have beautiful flounder. I'm going to pick this up. These are about 4 to 5 ounce fillets. Generally, we're shooting for somewhere right in this range, up to 6 ounces. If you go any bigger, it's more than a single serving portion. Flounder is such a great dish, super easy to cook, especially the way we're doing it, baking it. Don't be afraid to cook fish at home. That's what this video is about. I'm showing you this because I know everybody can do this at home. And then we're gonna steam off some Haricots Verts in water, a lot of salt, and butter. Super, super easy. I can't keep stressing that it's so easy. Even Rachel in the background, she's shocked right now because she's amazed at how simple it is when I explain this dish. So we're gonna get started first by chopping the parsley. So I'm gonna grab my Italian parsley and I'm gonna roll it up in my hand. And this is just coarse chop. You don't wanna finely chop this. Just coarse. I love to see the green of the breadcrumb. The green in the breadcrumb. I love to see the green in the breadcrumb. Having trouble speaking a little bit today, but I'm full of energy. And I use a lot of parsley. I have a whole handful for approximately a pound of breadcrumb. So you'll see this is just coarsely chopped. That's it. I am going to scoop that up right in, and everything just goes right into the bowl. We're gonna get our grana padano, and I'll say a handful of grated cheese for a pound. It's probably right around a cup of cheese. I'm gonna just dump that all in there. Too much, too little, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong when you're cooking. As long as you're enjoying it, you put the love into it, and truly is from the heart. Everybody will appreciate it. Taste your food as you're going. If you're enjoying what you're doing, a little more, a little less, your guests are still gonna enjoy it. Can't have seasoned breadcrumbs without chopped garlic and olive oil. Has to be the olive oil too in there. And I have about 2 tablespoons of garlic. Mayonnaise. And that's maybe a teaspoon of mayonnaise in there, approximately. We're gonna get some salt. And if everybody's listened to me before, I'm a big fan of salt, seasoning to the point where it's almost going to be over seasoned, but it's not. So it's really a very fine line. So for this, you can mix this with a spatula, you can mix it with your hand. I'm going to put a glove on so my hand stays clean. I'm going to step off the camera for just a second and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got a glove on. That was pretty quick. And we're going to just mix this up really well. And you'll see, if you're looking at the breadcrumbs, you can really see the parsley and the cheese in here. And to me, that's the most important thing because that's really where you're getting all of the flavor from. All of that delicious flavor in the garlic, the parsley, and the cheese. That's what's really making the breadcrumb tasty. It's not the bread itself. That's kind of just the agent to make everything stick together. And I cook just like this at home. And I'm going to be making some extra pieces because I know that when I'm shooting today, my kids are going to be coming home from school and they're expecting to have baked flounder on the table today with Haricots Verts. You see I have the breadcrumb nice and seasoned here, and I'm just going to give a little taste. And it's delicious. The salt really comes out in it, and you're going to need that when it's sitting on top of the fish, because inevitably you're only going to season your fish lightly anyway, very lightly with salt and pepper, so it doesn't get over seasoned, and the breadcrumb's really going to enhance that. So we're going to butter our sheet pan, because remember I said this is simple. There's really no effort to cooking this fish other than making this breadcrumb. We're going to take a little cube of butter, move that out of the way, a little cube of butter. We're going to spread the butter on our sheet pan, and that's going to keep the fish from sticking. Never be afraid to use butter. Butter makes everything better. That is a very true statement. We're going to take our flounder fillets. We're going to lightly season them on both sides, and for me this is very lightly seasoned. And be careful with the pepper, especially with a light fish like flounder. If you put too much pepper on the fish, that's all you're going to taste. You see, just very lightly sprinkle it on both sides. And we're going to just lay these two beautiful pieces of flounder down on our plate. We're going to lay them down on our sheet pan. We're going to evenly sprinkle our breadcrumb right across the top. And I got to tell you, I use this breadcrumb for a lot of stuff. This seasoned breadcrumb is the same breadcrumb mixture that I'll use for chicken cutlets, veal cutlets. If I'm going to sprinkle on top of a pasta dish like a mac and cheese, or even when I do my linguine and clams, this is the breadcrumb I use to season the linguine and clams in the restaurant and at home. If I'm making baked clams, all of those dishes, this is my go-to breadcrumb. So you really can't see much here other than the fact that it's two pieces of fish covered with breadcrumb. We're going to put them in the oven. It's approximately 400 degrees in the oven. I have it preheated for about 30 minutes. We're going to cook this until it's beautifully golden brown. While that's cooking, we're going to make our Haricots Verts. Expect this to take about 10 minutes to 12 minutes in the oven, right around there. You don't want to overcook the fish. You want it to be moist and juicy on the inside. So we're going to put this in our oven, and then we're going to cook our Haricots Verts. For the Haricots Verts, they've already been cleaned, and no, they're not string beans. They're way better than string beans. I prefer these over string beans. I think the taste is a little bit better. I think the taste is better. There's more firmness to them, and they really, in heavily salted water, the green really comes out. We're going to cook them until they're a little bit soft, but there's still a bite. We're going to drain the water from them, toss them in a lot of butter, a little bit of salt and pepper. So we're going to drop those in the water right now that I have going on the back of the stove. And you'll see that I'm using a small saute pan. You can use a larger pot filled with water, however you prefer to cook it, whatever's easier for you. This is what works well for me. So I'm going to heavily salt the water, as I would with any green vegetable. It really helps enhance the color, and the Haricots Verts can handle and withstand the heavy salt in the water. The Haricots Verts will probably take approximately 5 to 6 minutes to cook. If they're ready ahead of your fish, just put them on the back of the stove sitting in the butter to stay warm, and then you'll have them ready to plate.
Hello.
So we've got our timing down perfectly, and the Haricots Verts are going to get drained. We're going to drain the water. We're going to add our butter in there. And as always, taste, 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 taste. Still got a bite. Definitely needs a little pinch of salt. We're gonna throw the salt in there. Oh. We lost a soldier. I'll turn that off. See how they get nice and coated by, you know, having just a touch of water in the pan, and when you throw the whole butter in, it'll coat the beans really nicely. We're going to pull our beautiful fish out of the oven. Look at those, looks great. We'll come right over here, we're gonna make our plates. We're gonna make our plates here. And you'll see this doesn't get more simple than this. Haricots Verts with baked flounder. Everybody can do this at home. So simple, so easy to impress your guests and your family. If you've never cooked fish before, slides so easily off the pan because of the butter. Oh, it smells delicious. You can really smell the garlic. Garlic! Yum! Parsley. This is my dream lunch here right now. My dream dinner. I eat like this at home. I eat like this out. This is what it's all about. Now, I can't wait to eat this. And this is how we do it, everybody. This is it. Simple and easy. Now I'm ready to eat. I'm gonna cut right into this. And
Oh wait, I wish I'd gotten that. It's okay, we'll do mine.
the fish is so moist. It's not over seasoned. It's so full of flavor. I'm gonna just brush some of this breadcrumb off just to show you on the fish here that this is not dry. Not at all. You can feel the moisture in this. That's perfect. Haricots Verts, super simple, super healthy. Make this for your family. Make it tonight. Send me pictures that you made it. Send me a DM. Ask questions. I'm here to answer them. That's what it's all about. And make sure to watch the rest of the videos on Ed's Eats. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you again soon.